Hi everyone, Michelle at Be Rejuvenated. Welcome back and welcome to all my new listeners to our comfy corner of the world where we believe that real beauty equals inner beauty from the inside out. So today I wanted to talk about 5 things that will help you quench your fears when you are actively trying to manifest something. I know that these 5 things have helped me immensely. Not only to just put my fears to rest and realize my power and help me to become empowered, but that these are actual laws of the universe, particularly with law of assumption. So let's just get right into it. So these are the list of 5 things that will essentially kill your fear when you're manifesting. So the very first one that really hit home for me was that your desire is already accomplished in the 4D, the fourth dimensional realm, also known as your imagination. Some people like to call it universe. But what's going on in your imagination is your inner being already sees your desire as accomplished. And so it doesn't ask the questions of how is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? Will it happen? It asks no questions at all. It already operates from the idea that your desire has already been accomplished, that you already have it, or you have already become it. So if that is the case, then in our real 3D reality world, we don't need to ask questions. And for me, that was huge because that right away helped me understand I don't have anything to worry about. My inner being knows exactly what I want, and the only thing I really need to do is assume that my desire has already been accomplished, which brings me to our second fear killer when we're manifesting. And that is, if you feel or assume that it's already accomplished or that you are already who you want to be or have the thing that you have, in other words, assume that the wish is fulfilled, you're going from a state of lack to a state of fulfillment. So in that case, knowing that and persisting in that, knowing that it's already accomplished or that you already have the thing that it is or that you wish to be, you persist in your mind, and your mind can rest in that knowing that it's already done and it's being taken care of through your inner being in ways that you couldn't even possibly imagine or put together on your own. And you will automatically have inspired action. And what do I mean by inspired action? Inspired action meaning something will quell up in you that you have a strong desire to do. Like, for example, let's say you wanted to call someone back into your life, let's say, and you have this strong desire that you wanted to go for a walk to the park today, when normally you would be maybe at work or doing something else, but you have this really, really strong desire to go to the park. So you listen to your gut and you go to the park. And on your way to the park, who do you run into? The person that you were hoping that you would call back into your life or meet up with again. So that's what I mean by inspired action. It's the type of action that would cause you to do something that you would actually have no idea of, knowing that it would be part of a bridge of events that would lead you to your desire. Okay, so moving right along, the third fear killer when manifesting is that it's just you and your inner being. And everyone is really you pushed out. So now what do I mean by that? What I mean is, as we have spoke about in many videos, everything is contained within you. And everything starts from your imagination, from the thoughts that you think. So essentially, everything is just you and your inner being, your imagination, all of the thoughts that you're thinking about, all the feelings that you're feeling. So if that's just the case, then there is no one else. There is no other power. It's just you and yourself. And so it's comforting to know that there is no one else to fight against. There's no one else to, push back, hold away, compete with, manipulate. It's just you and you. And that's why sometimes it's kind of funny that it's like almost like you're arguing with yourself for something that you already want, when the fact is that you already have it, and you just need to accept the fact that you already have it, and there's no one or nothing to argue with. And when you accept that, everyone else will reflect you in your world, and it must conform. The key here is to keep that consistent, persistent thought in your mind. Keep feeling that way, that it's already accomplished. Walk in that faith. Assume that the wish has already been fulfilled and that you already accomplished it. And now that brings me to my fourth one. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. But that brings me to my fourth fear killer when you're actively manifesting. And that is knowing that the now and the present moment is where your power is. When we stay in the present moment and we don't let our mind wander into the past or into the future or start micromanaging it or figuring out or analyzing, and we just stay right in the present moment, like what is actually happening around me right now, we are fully embracing the wholeness of that moment. And in feeling that wholeness, you're also feeling fulfillment. And when that happens, you are releasing an extreme amount of resistance and fear. And without you even knowing it, all of the things that you are wanting are rushing in through these bridges of events, and you don't even know it. And that's why I've said in the past as well that you don't have to even be thinking about the thing that it is that you want as if you already have it. You could be thinking about anything else that satisfies you. And that feeling of fulfillment, satisfaction, that will turn the key and open the door and have your desires all rush in. And oftentimes it's unexpected. Do you ever have those moments where you feel like you've given up and you've dropped things? Whether it's a person, like maybe you're chasing someone, or her, you name it. It's something that you've been looking for or something you've been wanting, and you finally just sort of gave it up. And then before you know it, boom, it showed up. That's kind of the same thing. And so now, without going too far off, my last and final fear killer when we are manifesting is, and it really kind of is what I've said in all of these points, but it is to assume it's already accomplished and assume the wish fulfilled. Because in actuality, there's really only two states that we can be in, which is desire or fulfillment. And the thing with that is both desire and fulfillment come from the same source. So in knowing that you're the creator, you're the source, your inner being, your imagination is the source for both, flip it and switch to the state of fulfillment and know that you have it, because your imagination, your inner being is always giving you an invariable yes. Okay, and I actually thought of a sixth one. So here's a quick bonus, number 6 fear killer. And that is when you feel a desire for something, that is actually your inner being or God or universe, however you want to call it, communing with you. That feeling you feel for the desire is it's like a communication telling you that the thing that you're desiring and feeling is already yours. And that's why you're feeling the desire, because it's telling you that it's something your heart wants and it has been given to you. And so when you know that, again, you can rest in the knowing that it has been done, just as it would be in the fourth dimensional realm. Again, in your imagination, it's already finished. So your job is to just stay in the state of the wish fulfilled and the knowing that it will unfold, and that your subconscious mind, your inner being, your imagination has got your back, and all the bridges of events will unfold and bring you to your desire. So don't be concerned along the way if certain circumstances pop up that may seem opposite of what you feel that you've accomplished. Remember, those are all old beliefs, and you just ignore the circumstances because that's not where your power is, right? Those are just reflections of what you're thinking from the inside. So ignore all that. But in any case, your desire will unfold. Okay? It is just in the stages of coming together and unfolding in your 3D reality. And the thing about fear is, it also stems and comes from the same source as fulfillment. Because in actuality, we have two states. We have either the state of desire or the state of fulfillment. And in the state of desire, sometimes we're feeling that fear. And when we do feel that, that's where we can know that, wait a minute, this stems from the same source, which is my imagination. So I can change this. And you can just automatically go into that state of fulfillment just by simply saying something as simple as thank you, it is done, it is accomplished. Just that sense of relief. But in any case, knowing that it stems from the same source, we also know that we have that power to change it. And I also want to emphasize that having a desire is not a bad thing. Okay, because that desire is simply telling us something that our heart wants. The idea is to not stay in that desired feeling for too long, because desire also implies that we are separate from, the thing that we want or who we want to be, or that we're in lack of it. So that's why we want to quickly go into the feeling of fulfillment. So it's okay to have the desire. That's okay. That's like the springboard, but you only are using that as a tool. It's actually your gift to say, like, here it is, that this is now yours. And so from there, you take that message and you go directly into the state of fulfillment, because you already know that it's going to be yours, or you're going to be it. And when you stay in that constant assumption of that same story, that it's already done, it's inevitable that you can expect invariably the best and the yes, invariably. So that's all I have for today. I know that these will help you, and you only really just have to pick one at any given time that you're feeling any kind of fear. It will instill in you a state of empowerment and peace, and bring you back to the present moment, where usually in that moment, nothing is happening that is an endangerment to us. So I'm wishing you all the best today with so much love, and I hope that you will, have faith in moving forward, and know that we are all human, so that when we are feeling those feelings sometimes, that it's okay, and not to beat yourself up. Okay, give yourself a big hug. I'm giving you a big hug. So much love to you, and I can't wait to talk to you in my next video. Okay, everyone, thank you. Love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.